मैं यदि आप शोले फिल्म में गब्बर ने पूछा था सांबा से कितने आदमी थे और सांबा कहता है हुजूर दो। आई थिंक ये आप बहुत आसानी से रिलेट कर सकते हैं आज के बिजनेस वर्ल्ड में, जहां पे कोचेस दे आर ट्राइंग टू पुल इन पीपल थ्रू सोशल मीडिया, डिजिटल मार्केटिंग, और एंड ऑफ द डे दे आर नॉट गेटिंग ऑडियंसेस, एंड एंड रिजल्ट इज क्या है? कितने आदमी थे? बस दो, सरदार। So today I'm going to talk about, are you lost somewhere during doing things online? Yes, you are lost. Why you are lost? That is what I'm going to cover in today's session. Hi, my name is Alok. I'm father of two boys, 9 trees, husband to one of the most beautiful princes of the world. I'm an engineer, an MBA entrepreneur, traveler, author, blogger, podcaster, and a business enthusiast for the last 20 years. And I'm helping business owners, entrepreneurs to create a legacy of their own lives by doing things systematically on digital platforms. And I'll tell you, whether it is digital or non-digital, the fundamentals of marketing remains the same. So thank you so much. This is going to be very interactive and interesting session, because I feel as a business coach, I'm helping entrepreneurs to understand the real challenges and come out of this their challenges with a proper solution, with a proper guideline, with durable deliverables, I would say, in numbers. So I talk in terms of numbers, I talk in terms of giving results. And here, what I could see over a period of time, there has been a gap, a major gap in the this in this industry, because the coaches, especially the coaches I'm talking about, wherein they're not getting customers. Why? So today, this topic is primarily going to talk about doing things online, how you can do things online, how you can get results, and how things are shaping up in the industry on the market platform. So let's get going. So kitne aadmi the when you last tried to interact with the audience? Tell me a number. 2, 4, 6, 8, 50, 100. How many? It's a very general question, but I'll tell you, even if you are spending a lot of money doing ads on social media, you are not able to catch the attention of the people. And even if you are able to create a wonderful ad, even, but still there are a lot of gaps because of which people are not able to connect to you. And you know what? There has been a mushrooming, I normally call it a mushrooming of digital marketing agencies. Right. Thank you, Aditya. There has been a mushrooming of digital marketing agencies. There are a lot of coaches all around talking about something or other, and all coaches are good. I really respect all the coaches, mentors who are teaching people. But the point here is, why somebody will go and listen to you? It's the time which they are investing. They are investing something, the most costly thing, which is, I would say, time in this world. They're investing time. And even if you're asking them to come on your show for free, why somebody will go that? And my first question to all the coaches, all the business owners is the same, like, why somebody will come to your live session or your coaching program? For what? So what's the reason why somebody will come to you? That question, literally triggers and literally, bangs on your head, saying, why me? Right? In all the cases in life, we always talk about why me. The same thing here, you need to ask yourself, why you? Why somebody will come to your show? Why, if you are doing, let's say you are doing something creative on digital marketing aspect, you are doing on social media, something like that, why somebody will come to you? So this question of why is very, very crucial for you to understand, and that is why I'm going to talk about that. There is a lot of things missing, and you are somewhere lost. You don't know what to do, because the coaches, the big coaches, I again salute all those coaches who are teaching a lot of things, but again, doing a generalized solution, giving a generalized, answer to the questions is not going to work. Here, every business is unique and every business owner is unique. They have their own core strengths and weaknesses. The businesses have different challenges. And when it comes to the person who is doing that business, he or she, they have their own set of challenges, their expertise. Now, If you go to the doctor, doctor doesn't give you a medicine in a hall saying that, okay, people who have headaches take these pills, people who have some kind of ailment take these pills. No, that doesn't happen, and that doesn't work. What is happening nowadays in this scenario is the same thing. The big coaches calling 100 people, 200 people, they are giving a generalized medicine to everybody, and it is working for very few, or I would say none, because everybody wants that kind of a hand holding to understand, analyze, research, and then find a solution, and that is why they are paying for. But here, when they get a generalized solution, they start doing it, and end of the day they don't get anything. Even the investment which they have made paying to these big coaches, they're not getting fulfilled. So now what to do? So this topic is, especially for the people who are lost. Why you are lost? Let's, examine yourself. Why you are lost? You trusted somebody. Coaches are all good. Again, I'm saying coaches are all good, but you have taken a generalized prescription for, uh, you know all the businesses all around. Here you need to be very, very specific. And what I request all you coaches, all these business owners to understand, like, everybody cannot be a coach. Understand the point. He has to be, going through the journey. Number one, he has to have that capabilities in terms of, knowledge. He must have that kind of a knowledge. He must have gained that kind of a knowledge, theoretically as well as practically. You cannot, you know uh, say that practically is okay, but आप देखेंगे एमबीए में भी लोग पढ़ाते हैं, बहुत सारी चीज पढ़ाई जाती हैं जो रियल लाइफ में अचानक से यूज नहीं होती. सो दैट थियोरेटिकल नॉलेज इज आल्सो रिक्वायर्ड, right? And I'll tell you, I'm undergoing a digital marketing program from one of the top institutes of the world, and there a professor is talking about, the purpose of marketing, right? The purpose of marketing is what? The purpose of marketing is creating surplus. Now, surplus of what? Surplus of profits, which everybody understands, and surplus of brand equity, which very few people are understanding the concept. So the long term is going to be the brand equity part. In short term, you can do some short sales or sales which we normally call, and you can get profit. But long term scenario, you're not going to survive, because this brand equity plays a very, very important role in terms of you being profitable and sustainable throughout and growing throughout. So what is happening nowadays is, people, they are, as I said, लोग जनरलाइज प्रोग्राम तो ले लेते हैं, उसके बाद वो खुद स्ट्रगल करते हैं. उनका जो रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट तो छोड़ ही दो, जो इन्वेस्टमेंट लगी है वो भी नहीं निकलती, एंड पीपल आर लॉस्ट. Why people are lost? Number one, they are not understanding the power of brand equity. It's not about, you do one ad and people are going to jump in. You are not a celebrity, except exceptions are apart. Normally I'm talking about general people who are not celebrities. Let's say you are putting in a lot of money doing Facebook ads, let's say for 5 days, 7 days, 10 days. That's okay, but you have to keep on doing it continuously to make your brand equity, and let people start trusting you. It's not like, come all of a sudden and go all of a sudden. People won't trust you. Yeah, thank you, Aditya. Thank you, Nautinator. So what I'm trying to tell you here is, the brand equity has to be focused on, number one. Number two, you need to understand for whom you are doing these sessions. Let's say if you're doing a webinar, if you're doing a workshop, you are doing anything digitally, why you are doing it, right? For whom you are doing it. Is there any connection being made with the audience whom you are willing to work with, right? Are you there to help resolving their issues, resolving their problems? Have you ever understood, have you ever researched what ailments they are going through, what pains they are going through, and do you have a solution to help them coming out of their pains? If you're not doing all this, right, if you're not doing all this, number one, you are not able to connect your audience. Number two, people are not trusting you because you're not visible all the time. Number three, you don't know how to do it. Let's say Facebook ads or Google ads or whatever ads you're doing, you need to have an agency to do all this, because this is an export thing. You cannot just keep doing anything and you can expect results, right? So when I talk about losing your pace somewhere online, because there I've been, helping students in terms of business owners. I'm saying they're not students, they're all business owners. And this business owners, come up with all the time, most of the time, they say that this digital marketing is not working for me. Why it doesn't work for you? Reason being, because the agency which you have hired or whatever you are doing, you have not done proper research. Number two, you're not able to understand who your customers are. Number three, you are not able to connect your customers, right? So if you are not able to connect to customers, the game is over. Game is there and then and there only over. You have to connect to the customers first. Once you make a connection, then only you can do anything. And the sales is a byproduct of making connections with the customers. So what I'm going to talk here is, as I said, I have been talking and I'm telling you, these are the three, four, few major points which people are not, focusing on. Especially, they are not investing on the brand equity. They're not doing it continuously. So if you're not doing it continuously, if you are doing it once in a blue moon, then what happens is people don't trust you. And people don't trust you, they'll not connect with you. If people don't connect with you, they'll not enroll for any of the programs which you are doing it. Again, exceptions apart, but if your objective is to work with, let's say, 100 people, 2 4 5 6, that is what I started with, kitne aadmi the. So end of the day, when I ask you kitne aadmi the, you'll be having the same answer, sardar do. So do se zindagi nahi chalne wali. So you have to help many of those people whom you think they are having some kind of a problem. Research them well, give them a solution. And one more thing which I wanted to tell you is here, normally a coach is supposed to listen first and then give you a solution empathetically. अभी हो क्या रहा है, लोग बोल रहे हैं और बेच रहे हैं, which everybody understands, audience understands it very well, कि बोलने से सोल्यूशन नहीं निकलता और प्रवचन सुनने से सोल्यूशन नहीं निकलता और ज्ञान थ्योरेटिकली ले लेने से बिजनेस नहीं बढ़ता. यू हैव टू बी वेरी वेरी पर्टिकुलर about understanding the problems, giving them the right solutions in the right time. You cannot be general. You cannot be general at any point of time. So if you become a general physician, like, so your, ticket price goes down, or you'll be considered as a general one, right? So you have to be very very specific. You have to be an expert of what you are talking about. And again, you have to work in a micro niche whom you are working for. You cannot work for everyone, right? So if you say that you work for everyone, you don't work for anyone, correct? So here you have to be very very specific. Choose a particular industry, choose a particular set of audience with whom you understand that your solution are going to really help them. The purpose should not be to, making money. So again, as I said, I'm undergoing a digital marketing program from one of the top universities. There is a concept called brand death, which I learned recently. A company or an agency or a coach or whoever it is, if they are only focusing on profits, even if they are big brands, they are going to die. So this is called brand death. I'm not going to talk more about it in the detail, but I'm telling you, if you focus on giving solutions to the problem and putting in investments in making the trust, the brand equity, then only you are going to survive, sustain, and grow. Otherwise, as I said, you'll be lost somewhere. You'll keep on just trying, experimenting things, but it won't happen because people have understood that you are doing sales, and it's fair in doing sales, nothing wrong in it. In this world, I say that everybody is selling something or the other, whether it is a product or service. But when you say that you are a coach or you're an expert of something, your motive should be giving them the right solution at the right time in the right methodology, right? If you just start talking about yourself, or you just start talking about, just giving them a generalized solution, it is not going to work. So if you are lost somewhere, please introspect yourself. Go to a particular doctor who is a specialist. Get a personalized solution, get a personalized hand-holding program to understand you as an individual, you as an owner, business owner, as an entrepreneur. Understand your real challenges, your real industry problems, and you have to get a solution from there. So these things are not going to be easy, because one person, if he has not been educated enough, not capable of, understanding your things, theoretically as well as practically. Mind it, I'm talking both the things. Theoretically means you should be having that academic qualification of understanding things, right? We let's say I'm an engineer, I understand how engineers become engineers, so nothing wrong in it, everybody knows that. But if you have been into the depth of those core engineering subjects, that there for your with you for the lifetime, and you can use it anywhere. And I believe in that. I believe in that, whether you have been there for 4 years but you have studied some subjects, right? Those subjects are there somewhere in your mind, although you are not using that, because maybe the work portfolio which you are having right now may be entirely different from your core engineering subject. But the ability to understand things, and that is why engineers are being preferred in all those companies. So here the same philosophy applies to all the coaches. If you are not a person who is able to understand the real challenges, you are just talking on your own, then it is not going to give anything to anybody. And since people will not get results, again you will be lost somewhere. So being lost is my topic, and that is what I'm talking all the time, that if you are not doing, if you are not focusing on giving results to the people, you are not focusing on building trust, you are not overall talking about and investing on brand equity, end of the day you're not going to survive. So this is a threat, or this is an alarm to all the coaches, all the business owners, to understand what exactly you are looking for. Don't just go for any course. Understand who is capable of giving. Again, not just go with few testimonials. Again, I'm saying, understand, check the, like if you go to a doctor, you always try to understand what qualification he is. He is MBBS, MD, DM. He has done something somewhere. If you go to any of the research institutes, you talk about the scientists and all. So they all have qualifications. Don't just choose anybody who is just talking and talking and talking, and just because he's a good communicator, he cannot be a good coach, because that understanding of business is not there. And if somebody, let's say if you are going to a doctor who doesn't understand your problem, how is going to give you a solution? So people who are trapped somewhere because of this online marketing thing, people are trapped. I could see a lot of people getting trapped to bigger coaches. They are getting the generalized program, spending lakhs of rupees, not getting results. And when you start your own, after you say that you have learned, you have invested that much of a money, and you are willing to now take out of your money by doing the similar stuff, you're not getting anything. So you are stuck somewhere. So mind it, this is a crucial thing for you and your business, that you have to choose the right mentor, you have to choose the right coach who has the capability, theoretically and practically both, and who is able to understand your problems, number one, right? Just being a good communicator doesn't guarantee you to be a good coach, understand, right? A good coach needs to be a good communicator, that's okay, but a good communicator is not necessarily going to be a good coach, because a coach has to have some other criterias of he being into the depth of the subject, understanding, giving a solution. So that's it. Thank you so much. So I'd like you to comment and give your inputs if you want to talk me on any other subjects related to business and entrepreneurship. I'm helping entrepreneurs to understand, and I really devote a lot of time with every individual, researching about them individually and as a business owner, talking about their business in the broader perspective, in the regional perspective, in the local perspective, and then give them a right kind of a solution. So I don't want to talk about what I'm doing. I'm just telling you, choose anybody who is able to give you the right solution. That's it. And don't get lost, because this online platform is a huge, huge ocean of connectivity, and so many things are there. But if you don't do things right, you'll be lost. Like, for example, let me give you some numbers. On YouTube, everybody knows about YouTube. YouTube has 400 hours of video uploaded every single hour. I repeat, YouTube has 400 hours of video uploaded all across the globe per hour. So if you are making a video, how do you expect that video to be seen by people? Again, there is a lot of strategies involved. If you don't know that, you'll be lost. Your video will be lost. Similarly, if you're doing something digitally, if you're not doing rightly, you'll be lost, or maybe you'll be losing money on doing ads and all, they will not be getting results. So if you want to get results, if you want to have, really want to help people, business and sales would be a byproduct of your helping attitude. And especially being a coach, you have to have that listening capability, empathetically giving solution, not just talking and selling. So friends, thank you so much. Thank you Bajpeji, thank you so much. I have been talking on this platform for a long time, and I really feel like लोग ना काम तो कर रहे हैं, पैसे भी लगा रहे हैं, उनको रिजल्ट्स नहीं मिलते, मुझे दुख होता है क्योंकि आप सही जगह नहीं जा रहे. इट्स लाइक अगेन सेम थिंग जो मैं बार बार कह रहा हूँ. आप अपने बच्चे को अच्छे स्कूल में पढ़ाना चाहते हैं, इतने पैसे लगाते हैं, बट यदि कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर ना हो तो बेकार है. एंड दैट इज व्हाई bigger companies, the online companies, I don't want to take any name, but they are flourishing. Why they are flourishing? Because your children are not getting that kind of a concept driven guidelines in the school. They're not being taught. So there was a gap, and this digital companies took over those things. Similarly, if you go to a doctor, and if the doctor is not able to analyze things, obviously the medication won't be the right. Similarly, if you are a coach and you are telling that I'm going to help people, you should be having that kind of a knowledge. आपके पास वो knowledge होगी तभी तो आप impart करोगे. So choose the right mentor, choose the right coach. और सीधी सी वही बात है कि आपको जाना जहां है उसके हिसाब से आपको रास्ता तय करना है. तो रास्ते तय करने के लिए आपको रास्ता पता भी तो होना चाहिए, या आपके पास एक ऐसा गाइड होना चाहिए जो आपको रास्ते को बताए और आपके मंजिल तक पहुंचाए. बहुत सिंपल है. सो मेरा काम है, मेरा बेसिक फिलॉसफी यही है, टू मेक थिंग्स सिंपलर. बिजनेस सिंप्लीफाइड, सक्सेस एम्प्लीफाइड, ये मेरा मोटो ही है. एंड आई ट्राई टू मेक थिंग्स सिंपलर फॉर एवरीवन. मैं अपने लिए भी चाहता हूं कि कैसे चीजों को सिंपल हो जाए, और वही चीज मैं अपने कस्टमर्स के लिए या जिनके साथ भी मैं काम करता हूं, I try to make them feel simpler, do simpler. Complicated, nobody is going to do. Right? So I'll request everyone to, understand this concept. Otherwise, दुनिया में इतनी भीड़ है, इतनी पॉपुलेशन है, इतना कंपटीशन है, आप कहीं ना कहीं खो जाओगे. खोना नहीं है, और नहीं खोए इसके लिए आपको एक अच्छे मेंटर की जरूरत है, एक अच्छे गाइड की जरूरत है. चूज अ राइट मेंटर हु फिट्स इन not only with your industry benchmarks, but मैं कहता हूँ आपके साथ भी फ्रीक्वेंसी मैच होनी चाहिए उनकी, तभी आप उनसे ज्यादा रिसेप्टिव हो पाएंगे, आप जो बताएंगे उनसे आप ज्यादा ले पाएंगे, and things would move faster for you. So thank you all, thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you all. I'll be again coming live on a different topic altogether, but I request again to put your inputs and comments in the videos on different social media channels, and I'll try to justify better things. I'll try to come up with different topics on similar pattern for you not to stuck anywhere and grow in life. Thank you so much. Bye bye.